Hello there guys, and welcome back to our car modeling tutorial. And here in this episode today, I think what we'll do is we'll just run up this top area. I think this section here is the only one that's really going to be giving us too much problems. So we'll have a look at that. And we do have the diffuser and then this rear portion here to do for the finished kind of body panels. And then obviously we have the roof as well. So we'll try and get through as many as we can in this episode here. So let's maybe start down here. And I'm just going to unsmooth some of the other elements here, because what we're going to want to do is we are going to want to make sure that we're curving nicely between these two, which is something we didn't do when we added these lines in. So let's have a go at that just now, because we can see here that the portion that we actually smoothed in one of the previous episodes isn't looking too good. So let's grab all of these, and we'll maybe take these ones too. And let's pull these backwards, and then we'll do the same with these ones here, and we'll maybe select these ones, just pull those individually, and then maybe these ones forward just a little bit. Okay, so we added those in there before, so we can see now that that's looking a lot smoother, and we can see that that's going to match going down there as well, which is good. So let's have a think then about this portion. I'm hoping it's not going to be too tricky. Let's just grab every single edge apart from these central ones here. I'm going to hit Control E, and let's pull this one down just a little bit here as usual. So that's looking okay. And what we're going to want to do with this is we're going to want to add in some lines for our usual definition. So let's go and grab an edge loop, and I think we're going to want to drag one and drop one just here and here for those edges. Let's drop one here as well. I'm just going to go again and unsmooth here, just so we can kind of match geometry. Take that one over there as well, and that's not looking too bad. So let's give that a quick smoothing, just kind of see how that's lining up for us. Okay, so that's looking nice as it flows around there, which is good. Let's grab an edge loop and let's drop one down nice and close over here. See, that's going to flow nicely along with that panel, so that's looking good as it goes all the way down and around there. Let's grab all the edges associated here, and what we'll do is let's go for a quick edit mesh and bevel, and I'm going to reduce that fraction right back down like so, and then let's just have a look at merging those vertices there, just adjusting those back. Okay, so that's looking quite nice as it curves around, as we're coming up and along here as well. I think what we want to do is we do want to insert an edge loop down here, because we want to do a little bit of maintenance here. So maybe what we'll do is let's just drop a loop in there, just to kind of help maintain that line, so we can see that that's dipping down inside. I'm trying to see in my reference images if that is it doesn't look like it's too sharp. It maybe does look like it is on this kind of top line here. So maybe what we'll do is we'll maybe want to follow this line down. We'll maybe want to bring it in line, something like that. And let's have a go at just dropping an edge down here. And maybe let's hold Control, let's just delete that one back out and we'll see how that goes. We'll hit 3. Okay, so we've got more definition on here. which looks like it should be okay. This bit in the middle here looks smoother, so we won't need to do anything there. Let's do the same. Let's grab all of these, and we'll go for a edit mesh and bevel on these two. I'm going to do the exact same as we did over here, and bring them in nice and close, maybe something like 0.08. And then we'll merge these together, so I'm just going to select them both, edit mesh, and we'll merge those. And we'll hit 3. So you can see now that's running around there nicely as well, which is good. And then let's go and quickly grab our edge loop, and we're going to drop one inside here. We'll drop one inside here, inside here, and then on the outside edge as well. Because there's no real connection between these, it's not going to flow around all the way, but we do have one down there, which is nice. Okay, so I'm going to hit 3, and we can see that that's looking really nice and really sharp on there. So let's go and duplicate special, and then we can grab our, so this is carbon fiber here, so we'll grab our darker blend just to break it up a little bit. Okay, so we can see that that's looking really nice, and then inside here we have some honeycomb mesh. And again, we don't need to worry about this point, because once these are merged together, it'll flow between them much better, so we don't need to worry about that too much. That's looking fine. Let's maybe continue running up here then. I'm going to grab, let's actually hide the roof. We did put that on a layer in the previous episode. We are going to want to grab this edge. I'm just going to hit Ctrl E to extrude that out, just so it comes in line down here. And then same up here, I'm going to extrude this out. Oops. Let me just do that on the world just so it matches. We'll pull that out there. Because there is a little bit of trim that goes inside, and remember when we smooth this off, we do get that curve. And then there's going to be a little bit of trim that goes inside here, which kind of feeds into the interior. So let's have a quick go at this one. I'm going to grab all the edges here. I'm going to hit Ctrl E, and I'm going to pull down on the world. I think we'll leave that gap just like that, that'll be okay. So we'll pull down on the world there. We're going to do it on all sides for this. And then I think all we need to do is we just want to match the geometry that we have down here. So if I bring my wireframes back in, make sure everything here is unsmoothed, just so we can make sure that we're reflecting the same. So we'll go in, we'll drop a loop here, and then on all of these edges, like so. And then, does it look like, yeah, we have one super close here, so we'll drop one in here as well. And then just around that side there too. Just to show that up so it's nice and sharp on the edges. And then if we smooth all of this around and we move the wireframe, we can see that that's looking really nice and smooth as it runs up there too. So let's grab again our darker material, drop that on. So that's looking really nice as it runs up the top there. Let's just have a quick look, and I'm just trying to see again on the reference images here that it looks like what we probably want to do is we probably want this portion here to kind of join for these two parts. So let's maybe add in an edge loop for each of these. So I'm going to drop one maybe about here, and on this side here we'll drop one about there. Okay, just to make it easier, I'm just going to remove that extra line that we added for support. We'll keep the faces, but we'll remove that extra line. I'm going to grab all of the associated edges here. I'm going to hit Ctrl E, and we'll pull this down just to match the others. And then what that should allow us to do is if we grab each of these, let's actually grab each of these in object mode, and what we can do with these is we can combine them. And let's bridge across. Grabbing these two, I'm going to go to Edit Mesh and Bridge. So that geometry is going to come across like so. And then I'm just going to drop maybe, we'll start with 2 edge loops inside here. And we'll pull these up like so. That looks like it should be okay. And then let's add a little bit of height to these. It's a little bit hard here because we can't really see these too much inside of any of our blueprints. So we'll bring that in, something like that. Let's maybe add one more in the center. And we'll maybe pull that up a little bit too. Do something like that. So I've got that running all the way up there, which is nice. What we'll maybe do at this point is let's grab this extra edge. So we added that extra edge in there for support. So let's grab that and hit Control and Delete. And then I'm going to take all of these ones. We'll go Control and Delete. I'm just going to delete these ones too. Maybe we should have done this. Well, we definitely should have done this first. It would have been a lot easier. So let's zoom in. I don't want this gap here, so we'll just do something like that. Okay, so we've brought these two in together like that. I think we're looking okay. Maybe this comes up just a little bit more. Okay. So what we're going to do is we want this edge here instead, I think, to run around here. So I'm going to use my multi-cut tool to draw around this edge all the way around, and then we'll go down to there. So that should be fine. And then let's grab our insert edge loop, drop one down here so that we can then multi-cut in between. Let's grab these 2 vertices and we'll go Edit Mesh and Merge. Something like that. And then we'll do the same over here. Grab these 2 here, merge those together. And then we're just going to shuffle them about a little bit so that they're not imposing on the geometry that we have. Okay, so I'm going to hit 3 and see how that looks. Let me just apply the same material just so it's not going to interfere. Drop that in there. Okay, so you can see that's running up there really nicely, and that's curving around just as we would want it. So let's come back in here, insert edge loop, let's drop an edge down here, we'll drop an edge on here and at the end. Okay, and I think the last thing we'll want to do is just pop one down at the bottom here as well. Okay, so if we hit, if we hit 3 on here, that should be running up there nice and looking good, which it does. And then we've got definition in there on either side as well. Okay, so that's looking good. And what we'll do quickly is I'm quickly just going to merge these 2 together. So I'm going to go to Mesh, Combine, Mesh, Separate, just so it's going to reset all my information for me, make it super quick. Duplicate the special across there, and now we have all that kind of main carbon fiber area looking really nice. It's got the kind of skeleton of that looking good. Okay, let's go for this next bit here. This probably should be really easy. Let's go and quickly duplicate special. I'm going to do the exact same as we have with everything else. Let's grab all of that. I'm going to hit Control E, I'll pull this down vertically, again just to match everything else we have. And then it should be super quick here. Let's just grab an edge. Actually, one thing we missed on here, I think, is we didn't add our extra little edge inside there. So that's fine. Okay, so we've got our edge down there. We'll drop one nice and close up here. We'll run down to the bottom. We'll do the same again. And then I think we do want to shore up this a little bit of definition down here. So let's go, before we do, I'm not liking that bit up there. Okay. So let's add a little bit of definition, and we'll do it on this side because we have this vent. We don't want to add the definition down this side. I don't think. So we'll do that just down there. We'll hit 3. Let's see how that's looking. Okay, so we have a little bit of a definition bend in there, which is nice, and then the rest is looking fine. So then let's quickly throw our blend down there too. That's looking good. Let's just drop that on the other side. Okay, so that's looking really nice. Good stuff. And let's go for this last piece. So we're going to grab, we're going to duplicate the special real quick. This one's going to be a little bit tricky. Before we do that, maybe let's just bring this one back. I feel like it's going up too much to a point, so I'm going to grab an edge loop. And what I'll do is I'm going to add multiple. So I'll drop 2 inside here. I'm going to drop 2 just here. I don't think we'll be able to get the same, so I'm going to go relative. And at the top here, I'll drop 1 in to match. And we'll do the same over here. And then we're going to need to match those up here too. So let's drop 1 there and there. I feel like this whole area needs a little bit more curvature. So let's just grab all of these. I think this lower section is okay. So let's grab all of these and just pull it up a little bit. And then we can grab this and we'll pull this up a little bit too. Because I do have a really good blueprint here, a really good reference image, perfectly from the back, and we can see that there is a lot of height in there, so it's looking okay. Okay, so we've got more curvature up there, which is nice. It brings it to a less of a point. So let's work on this bit. This is going to be awkward because of the vent. So the first thing we'll do is we'll grab that vent. Actually, first thing we'll do is let's grab all the exterior edges, not including anything in the middle here, or the vent, and I'm going to hit Control E. I'm going to bring this down on the world, just like all the rest. And try and match the height in there as well, as usual. Okay. I'm going to grab all the parts of this vent here. And I think what we want to do is we want to hit Control E. I'm going to push it back just a little bit. But what we want to do is on this higher portion, we want these to come down. Something like that. And then this one here to come out. So we want that to be something like that. We'll go back to our edges, we're going to hit Control E. And then we're going to go in. Okay. So let's hit 3. So we're starting to see that vent form quite nicely. Let's add in some of the mesh that we know we want. So let's unsmooth here and bring in our wireframes. Okay, so we'll drop in to match over there. We'll drop in at the top because we know we're going to want that to be a bit more tighter. But we've already got one running all the way around the edge here, which is fine. I think what we're going to want to do is let's add in an edge with our multi-cut tool here. And let's drop a loop going through here and down here. I think what we want to do is we want to run this down and around the corner here. Okay, and then that will allow us to get rid of that loop. Just want to tidy up these vertices a little bit. I'm going to do this on the transform for the edge. I think we want to do something like that. Okay. So let's hit 3. Okay, so that's looking okay. Let's go in here and let's add a loop to help add some structure inside there. And then it looks like what we might have to do here is we've got 2 options. We could maybe drop something here just to help contain that a little bit better, but we'll probably have to also drop a loop up here. Just to kind of help strengthen that edge. Let's maybe take these back out. Maybe something like that is looking good. Okay, now the only real problem here is because we added that extra edge, it's not going to match. So maybe what we could do is we could maybe get rid of this one. So I'm going to double click on there, hit Control D. I'm going to do the same up here. Go Control D, and instead of going above, let's maybe go below with our edge loop, and we'll match that there. Okay, so we can see now that we're flowing the same as we go up there, which is nice. And then our vent's looking quite nice inside there as well. Okay, what we'll want to do is we'll probably want to match in here as well. So let's grab our insert edge loop and we'll drop one here and here. We're just going to do this on this lower portion. And then what we can actually do with these, we can use these again to help add curvature. Let me just take off my transform here. So we can help bring that out. Smooth all of those off. So see that's running around there nice. Everything up here is looking good, so we'll do one last thing. And we'll grab a loop and we'll drop down here. Okay, so I think we're looking good there as well. So let's grab our gold and we'll drop it over here and here. Okay, so we're looking good there too, which is good. Let's go, and for now we'll just bring back in the roof so we can see. That's all looking really nice at the top there, which is good. Let's maybe jump on this area down here real quick. Let's grab all the, apart from these ones, I'm going to hit Control E. We'll pull that in. And we'll just quickly throw in some edge loops. So I'm going to want to drop one just here and here. Also going to want to drop at the end, and then we also want to drop here. Okay, so hit 3. That's going to smooth off nicely, and I think this one, duplicate special that, and I think this one is the darker color, so we'll drop that on there too. Okay, so that's looking nice. Let's have a start of the diffuser. We probably won't finish it in this episode, but we can make a start. Or we could do the roof. We might actually finish the roof in the last 5 minutes or so. So let's maybe go in here. Let's grab these. Let's say we'll go edit mesh and extract, because obviously that's the rear glass portion. We've also already got an inset inside there, but I'm going to just quickly grab these. Just make sure I haven't selected anything behind, which I have. I'm going to quickly grab these. I'm just going to pull that in past the glass. Okay, so let's have a go with this real quick. Let's isolate the selection. We'll hopefully do it quick. If not, obviously we'll just carry into the next episode. We already have an area going in, so I'm going to just grab the front portion here and we'll extrude that in. Control E. We'll pull that down. And then let's go and we'll target weld this vertices here back there. Okay. Just having a look at what we have going on down here. Let's maybe just bring that one up there. And we'll go for these. We'll extrude these in too. We can merge that extrusion with edit mesh and then merge. And then we'll go for, let's just quickly do this one, because this is just on its own. We'll merge those together. And then we'll grab, not that one. So I'll just grab these, I'm going to hit Control E and we'll pull those in too. Okay, so let's have a go at just moving these around a little bit. I'm going to grab this. I want to kind of find a nice middle ground for these. I think that looks okay. Merge those together. And then these two here, we want to merge those as well. Okay. Okay, so I think we're looking good as we go around there. So let's just hit 3 and see what happens. Okay, so we're maintaining a half decent shape. We've got that little line as it runs down there, which is good. That's something we created before. I don't think we'll actually need to add any geometry to that. I think that little bump on its own is enough. So let's go and grab our insert edge loop. And firstly, we'll drop one down here. That's going to stop there because of that triangle, so that's okay. Let's just quickly multi-cut this. So bring that along there. And then we might as well just draw it in the rest of the way because there's only 2 lines in here. So I'll draw that in. I'll hit 3. Okay, so we can see that's looking a little bit sharper down the front, which is good. Let's run an edge around here. Let's go at the bottom here too. Let's drop one at the top here, which should run. Let's actually bring this one around here. Drop this in, and then bring those together. I'm going to shore up that corner just a little bit, not too much. I'll drop that there. Okay. Let's maybe drag from this corner and we'll go along this lower portion here. Hopefully this should look okay. And we can multi-cut those. Oops. Multi-cut those together. Let's go for another insert edge. Let's go and drop one here and here, and then let's just go on the inside like so. So hopefully that should be okay. I've got a little bit of a pinch in that corner. Everywhere else is doing okay. So a little bit of pinch in the corner here will be just because I've got so many lines coming in here. So maybe what we could do is, let's maybe with my transform on for the edge lines, let's maybe bring this down, maybe something like that. Okay, so that's looking a little bit tidier. And then the last thing we want to do is we want to help maintain this. So let's maybe drop something down into this corner. I'm going to go from maybe here and then down, and we're going to go around here and then underneath, something like that. And that's just going to help us kind of maintain that corner. So we don't want this looking too sharp, because obviously this is just a canvas roof that's running in, so that's looking okay. You can see there when we bring in the rest of the car that that's actually looking quite nice. We do obviously have this little trim that runs around. Could maybe quickly just smooth that as well whilst we're here, although we do need to chop it at some point, but I think we can chop it afterwards. So let's just go and maybe just something like that. That should be enough. Obviously we'll want to jump on the bottom here and here. And that should be enough to follow that around too. That won't be there. Let's maybe quickly just add insert edge loop here. That'll be where the split between the two sections would be anyway. So if we add that in, that should be a little bit kinder to us. And then maybe up here, because we're coming up to quite the point, turn off my, we'll just bring that down a little bit here. But I think that will be resolved once we take apart that portion there. Okay, so that's looking quite nice. So let's just quickly have a go then at duplicating the special here before we finish up this episode for today. I'm going to cheat this again. I'm just going to go to mesh and then combine, mesh, separate, and that should allow me to quickly duplicate special for both of these. And then we can hit 3. So we can see there that that roof now is looking really nice as it flows up and over the top. Alright guys, so what we'll do is we'll finish for this episode. We got through quite a lot. Hopefully I didn't go through too fast. Just pause the video if you need to, obviously. And then hopefully next episode what we'll do is we'll get the kind of whole body area finished by running through the diffuser along the bottom here. And then we'll maybe start to think about the grills on the back, just like we did on the front as well. Alright guys, so if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.